Welcome back to Bros Park. This is our weekly recap of My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Episode 8. You're welcome, yours truly, Jeff, and...
As always, joined by me, Colin. How's everybody going? We're kind of leading off the same thing as we were in the week prior. We're talking about Gojo meeting up with, what is their name? Akio, I believe, for props making, correct?
Yeah, Gojo's meeting with Akira.
Akira. There
Yeah.
it is, yes.
And the crazy thing is, turns out Akira is, surprise, surprise, is a woman. But
Didn't see that one coming.
But at the same time, he didn't think she was a woman, and she didn't think he was a guy. So it's like a little bit like a miscommunication there, because I think their last names or their names are just, Akira is more of a guy name, Watakani is more of a woman's name. So it was pretty funny. Yeah.
I didn't think that was a women's name for Gojo, but I mean, it is what it is.
What do we know? What do we know?
Culturally there. Yeah.
But the funny thing is, like, they were pretty cool that, because he saw the picture that she took, right? And he's like, oh, I couldn't find that character. And she explains, like, hey, this is an original character. And then, like, we get that IOE lectures that were, like, scattered throughout this episode. It kind of, like, pulled me out of the episode because, like, this is kind of weird, right? But, like...
It felt like the tutorial. Remember how we had, like, the tutorial on, like, what was it? The doll making, and then there was one other tutorial, and it kind of really pulled you out. It was interesting that they did it so many times for this episode. I'm not sure why they made that decision.
Yeah, so there was basically, your typical copyright cosplay, costume cosplay for work, and then, like, the OC's original content. So, like, it was pretty cool. So the weird thing is, like, we didn't really get too much about props. Like, we didn't learn too much about props because they got, like, interrupted, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure, because, like, the whole episode we were supposed to be meeting Akira, and, like, it was based off of that sword hooded figure cosplay that they did, and Gojo was supposed to be learning about, I forget the material, it's like the almost like sculpting foam type idea.
Yeah.
We didn't learn anything.
Maybe that's a next episode, because while this is all happening, Marin-chan is actually with Suzuka and Aoi? No, Amane?
Yeah, Amane.
Amane.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing Marin on the other side taking pictures. I was like, oh, this is weird. It's like alternate universe right here.
Yeah, she's got the photo going up, and she's ready to kind of take all the photos of all the other cosplayers, which, I mean, that's cool. That's great. And it's, they're at this con, and they're kind of going through, and, we have Amane in cosplay. But the problem that I have is, what's up with Akira to Marin? Like, what's the problem there? Or maybe not problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Throughout this whole episode, because, they all finally meet up together, and, like, turns out Suzuka and Akira are friends. Akira's, like, freaking weird around Marin. Like, at first I thought it was like she's afraid of women, but, like, she's friends with, like, Suzuka and, their other friend that wasn't there, but, like, or because she was fine with talking to Gojo, or she just, doesn't like Yarus or something.
Yeah, but she thought that Gojo was a woman in the first place as well, right? So I don't even know what the problem is. I have my speculation, and that is that Akira is just gay as shit. And it's just really into Marin for some reason. That's my suspect, but again, I think I'll be wrong, but it would be better.
At the same time, the reactions of, Suzuka and, their other cosplayer friend are, like, kind of scared, whenever Akira, like, kind of reacts, right? So who knows? And I like how Amane is, like, sees that too. He's like, the hell is this person doing? Like, because they're all in their after party, they're all doing their thing. I was like, what's going on here? But then the funny thing is, like, Aoi is actually, the person who's giving us the lectures, and turns out she's the friend that has been mentioning this whole time with Suzuka. And I love how she texts the group saying, like, hey, I can't make it to our, our group cosplay, and it actually shows shows her in her lecture, just like crying. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sad."
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does cut back to
Yeah.
her, which is always nice.
I thought that was a good tie-in after, like, you know, it really took us out. But yeah. So next episode, they're gonna be doing a goddamn coffin cosplay, where everyone's nuns.
Yeah.
Nuns.
Yeah,
man.
we're going to the nun route, and
Dude.
it had to have happened sooner or later because it is one of the costumes in the OP.
Yeah.
So like that is definitely coming up, but I was like, how are they gonna do it? What's the tie-in here? But now it's just like a horror game, I believe, where they have to figure out the kind of like who's doing the murdering, and they're all like clergy nuns.
Dude,
I'm like, okay,
dude,
what
we're
an
gonna,
interesting.
dude, we're gonna
Damn.
have, yeah, it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be very fan servicey next episode because it's got fucking special guest JUJU-SAMA. I was like, oh shit, she's back, dude. I don't think we've seen her once this season.
No, we haven't, and we haven't even really had her mentioned, to be
Yeah.
honest. So,
Dude,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna freak when Juju comes because like she's actually like super popular too, and no one's really seen her, and she doesn't do group cosplays, right? So like
yeah, that's true.
everybody's there, you're gonna be like, oh shit, it's Juju.
Well, I wonder if they're gonna rope in her sister too, because her sister, like last we saw her, also cosplay.
True. Like yeah, and I think they need more bodies, and also the sisters like would fit a nun costume pretty well. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, except for the fact that she wanted to cosplay the male character, so you know maybe she wouldn't want to do that vibe, but we'll see.
I
We'll
feel
see
like
how it goes.
Akira will be a cosplayer too, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what that relationship is.
Yeah, I'm excited for next week's episode. We're gonna keep this episode short, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out all the other episodes and animes that we are reviewing on a weekly basis. So yeah, it's been yours truly, Jeff, and
As always, joined by me, Colin, and thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
peace.